Okay, so here we have the film from the first game. This game, I feel like we didn't come out with the wrong attitude or mindset. It is the first time we were all together in months. We hadn't been able to get everyone, or the majority that are able to practice, and then the rust and getting back into things, I think, played a part. But the bigger factor, I think, was the lack of subs. A lot of the kids needed a break, and due to the circumstances, we weren't able to help them. But it was very good that a lot of them had to push through and really stay strong when they felt weak and kept pushing to stay out there and battle it out. So I would say this first half, America's had the upper hand. They created a lot of chances, as you'll see. They missed some good chances, which is their own doing, which I'll talk about that later. But as you see, our movement and pressing from the first whistle was nice. We had multiple kids engaged in pressuring the ball. That's something we can do better on, is when we pressure, we go as a team. And it's not one or two or three players doing all the work. If we can all buy in and work together, it really makes it work. Because there's no space or openings for the other team. When it's only one or two players doing it, they're exhausting themselves, and then there's gaps and openings for the opponents. As I believe this might be the oh no, that was the first of many offsides. They had about 10. As I told the team, the defense did an amazing job at communicating and holding their line. Jackson was a very good leader in the back. And that's with Mario, who's a new kid to the team. He came from rec soccer, and as he stated, he was pretty nervous out there, but to get that amount of offsides with a back four that hasn't played together ever, that's pretty impressive. Notice here how Diker pauses himself, waits, holds the line with Jackson. That's an amazing job. As I told them, you just look at your partner. He sees where Jackson is, he stops, and the other kid runs offside. That was exactly how you need to do that. It's a good step right there by Diker to come up. This was almost a goal, but probably the best linesman I've seen was on his game. And it's probably about the time he started getting the verbal abuse by the other coach. It was a whole ordeal, I would say, for the 70 minutes. Not the best pass there, but what I would like to see is if you go back, Luke receives the ball here, pressure's coming, he plays it back. Tony is a great option. He has a bunch of space in front of him on the left, but he needs to use his voice. Everybody needs to talk, but here, if he can drop a little bit, open his hips, and call for the ball, he can carry it 10, 15 yards down the left. But that's where we need to communicate. Giovanni here can scan to the left and see Tony, so it's not all on Tony, but as a receiver, you do need to take the time to at least call for it, especially when you have open space like Tony has here, and that goes for any player. If he can just quickly shout at Giovanni, he has all this room that he can use. There might have been a deflection on that pass too. But there we go. You see Tony motioning and talking to the defense. That's a good communication. The defense communication is probably some of the most important. Because in the final third, which is if you cut the field in thirds, that's by their goal. That's the attacking area of the field where the forwards are. If you can build chemistry enough, you don't have to always verbally communicate because you know where your teammates are and you can trust that they're in the right spot, which can be the same for defense, but with you having to react more than be the ones that create the movements, you have to really be able to work together. That was an amazing save by Nathaniel, getting down and putting his leg out, showing some good athleticism to block the shot. A little soccer 101, I think it's Mario. If it goes out for a corner, you do not need to go fetch the ball for the kid. It's their job to go get their own ball. If it goes to you, you can kick it over there or give it to them, but if it goes out, unless you're losing, then you don't need to waste your energy getting the ball for them. It's not a bad thing, it's a nice gesture, but it's just not what you need to do in a competitive environment. So for the first 7.5 minutes, there hasn't been much. It's been pretty even. Which you can say we were hanging with. I mean, even with the final result, it's not a blowout or anything. It's just I think, like I said, the lack of subs and then kind of getting the rust off are two of the biggest things. Here we go. If I had a nickel for the amount of times that yellow flag got raised, probably have a lot of money. Or the amount of times the coach complained. Great hustle there by Damien to save the ball. Keep it in play. This is nice, good talking, good pass out of there by Damien. A little loose there by Jackson, but he saw a teammate and tried to pass it. The idea is there. So something here that's little, but I think it's a good thing, even though it doesn't work out. So Tony's under pressure here. He has someone running towards him, but he doesn't panic and just kick it out for throwing. He takes it outside and tries to play a pass down the line. Unfortunately, it goes out, but I like that he didn't just kick it out for throw and try to find a teammate and keep the ball. That is something I think that's good. Anytime you can try to keep possession and not just give it away, that shows, well, one, it shows IQ, and then that two, you're not panicking. Because some players in that situation here with the ball, they will just hear man on or just boot it out right there out of bounds. So they do well and get a quick throw. Jackson steps up, uses his body with the shield, finds a pass. Combination there. And this time, I guess they're onside. Nate saves to his left. As I told some people already, Nate, I think, did a great job at punting. It was his best day that I've seen in a year. I don't think he had one bad one all day. Good pressure here, almost winning it back in a promising position. So we were off sides here. The linesman's in a great spot. I guess Kaysen is a step past him. But it is what it is. You can't really tell from this angle, but a good idea there. He had some space to cut inside or cross it in. But that all started with the pressure from the front. See, defense isn't just for the four in the back or midfield as well. It starts at the front. They set the tone for pressuring the ball. Good shielding there and a nice pass on the half turn by Luke. I guess it was a handball. They play it pretty quick. Header goes backwards. Tony clears it. And there's just no control in the game. We're just kicking the ball. Both teams. Amazing touch by the center back. Now he's under pressure. Losing it. If Pablo can see the run here, look at Kaysen in the space that he has. He's through if he can play the pass. But he tries to take them on. That's a situation I think we could play a little simple. He does find a teammate over there who's offside. But good pressure, just those little things of being able to release it faster at times. It could be the better option. And in that situation, I believe that through ball to Kaysen would have been a little better. Oh my gosh. Nice job playing it fast. Luke takes the ball, tries to go through some people. loses it, but look at the effort to win it back. This is what I try to tell them. If you lose the ball, you need to work harder than anyone on the field to get it back. So Luke has the ball here, loses it, but he's running and pressuring to win it back the entire time until that man releases the ball. Do not lose possession and then stand there. That's not acceptable. Good defense there. They work together, double, triple team, which is what I try to tell them to do. If no one's there, you don't need to guard grass. That was good work by the defense. Ball into the box. We get it out. The referee plays on. It's a nice pass down the line. Unlucky though. And we head into oh, thought it was a water break for a second. They're just taking their sweet time getting the ball. Good pass by their team out of 3 players. And here we go again. But it shows a lot of discipline by the defense to trust each other, work together, and get those calls. And thankfully, we had a linesman who knew what he was doing and was paying attention. Because last year, the defense, on occasion, would do the right thing, get him off sides, and the referee was not paying attention. Jackson just pushes that guy over, which honestly looks like more contact than the foul he got called on him in the second game. It's a good tackle by the defense. Tony here under pressure. See there, that's a little different. The man's right on him. He relieves the pressure, boots it out. As I say, when in doubt, kick it out. That situation, clearing it and getting everyone set up is not a bad option. So they throw it down the line, a good block there. Have another throw. Good step up by Jackson. Tries to play the pass. Just a little weak. They serve it into the big man. There's a shot from a interesting angle, but Nate gathers it. And once again, does a good job with his punt. Good play there. First time Giovanni gets rid of the ball. Out to Kaysen. Sometimes you can just do those quick 1-2 touch passes because someone's going to probably be close to you, especially in the midfield. The faster you can release the ball, also the less chance you have of getting kicked. Some good dribbling there, and then almost a nice pass into the path of Giovanni. But we've had a lot of ideas on the offensive end, but ideas don't score goals. Here we go, Jackson once again, and Diker doing a great job holding the line. letting him run across them. Rather than seeing him run and chasing, you're disciplined to keep the line. Oh, okay. I think I'm gonna split these up into probably 4 videos per game, just because a 70-minute video is gonna take ages to upload. We can just cut it off at the water breaks. It's about 15-ish each. So now that I look at it, it's been 18 minutes. Maybe they did it at 20. I mean, really, now that you look at it, at least for the first 18, they really don't look that good. And it's not even as bad as I thought it was. Not that I remember us doing so bad, but... Oh. The referee getting in the way. I do think sometimes we can play a little faster on the free kicks rather than waiting, especially if their team is high up the field. We can catch them off by playing it fast. So now we have a corner kick. Oof. Almost.